Hey Aquarius, this is going to be your general reading for the month of October 2024. So thank you so much for being here. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully you get a message out of today's reading, something that provides you with insights, clarity, perspective, guidance. We do have two cards already out on the table. We have the Vow and the Octopus. So, the vow is exactly what it stands for. I guess the most similar concept to the vow would maybe be a promise, right? So it does seem as though you have made a vow to yourself regarding something. So we're going to see what that is about. But the feeling that I'm getting, I'm actually being pulled to two groups or two different types of people here, both of them consisting with a promise made or with a vow made to oneself. One group is more so in the terms of they promise themselves that they are going to change, are going to, make better decisions. Here with the octopus, there's so much change that comes with the energy of the octopus. There's so many different parts of the octopus that you can sort of get lost in, right? Like I think they have multiple hearts, multiple brains, all of their tentacles, right? So it's not a very simple, like from a physical perspective, this animal is not simple, right? So there's many different parts to them. And so for this group, it's more so of making a promise to yourself or a vow to yourself to identify the different parts of yourself that need to be worked on, okay, that need to change, right? So this could be from the, anywhere from a mental perspective, right? A belief system, a paradigm shift, as well as, physical change, as well as, something that has to do with your body, right? So just sort of looking at your life and yourself in its entirety and promising yourself or vowing to yourself that you are going to make a change and you are going to make a change for the better. And these, specific parts of you that have not been helping you live a good life, those are the ones you're going to focus on, and those are the ones that are going to change. The other group that I'm picking up on, I feel like you have made a vow in the past. And maybe you're, throughout your life, you've been that way, right? Like, you know who you are, you know what you stand for. And, maybe there's been times where it's like, I'm always going to be like this. I'm never going to change for anyone. Or you've made a vow to your family or to a group of people, right? Because you are really loyal. You've always been that type of person, dedicated, dependable, to your family, to your social circle, things like that. So, to you, going against these older viewpoints is a betrayal to yourself, is a betrayal to your word, is a betrayal to the people that are involved. And I think that some of these vows are changing here. And you have the opportunity to really take a look at the connections that you've made throughout life, at, the things that you have stood for up until now. And maybe some of these things are outdated. Maybe you're not the same person that you used to be. Maybe you don't want to be attached to this group of people anymore, or these quote unquote vows anymore. And there is something about the octopus that doesn't sit well with me from this viewpoint, and sitting in this energy here. It is almost illusion, or it's covering one thing with another. I'm feeling I don't know if there is at its core, what you really, really want to change or what you really want to work on. But there's layers on top of that are sort of putting up a facade in some way, like a mask. So I don't know if this is you or someone else that you're dealing with. It just feels like there's a lot of different parts to this person, to you, or to whoever you're dealing with, that trying to get to the core of the person and who they really, really are and what they really stand for, their real truth, their essence of a person, of a human, of a soul is really hard to do. And maybe for some of you, it's like, I don't know myself anymore. I don't know what I stand for. I don't know who I am. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to learn myself. I'm trying to get to the belly of the octopus. But in order to get there, I have to go through, all of my different brains, right? Because the octopus has, I don't even know how many brains. I know there's several. And so I have to connect or be aware of this about myself and be aware of that about myself. And it's so much work, I feel, to do, because maybe you are the type of person where there's a lot of different sides to you, and you have to sort of check in with every part of you to get to the core of who you really are or what you really stand for. You may be discussing a vow or a promise of some sort with a group of people or with another person. There may be an opportunity for you to commit to someone or to make a promise to someone or you at this time. But it's like, maybe you feel that you can't do that because you don't know what can happen, because you don't know if change can happen, right? Like, things will change, so you're thinking to yourself, like, I can't commit to this. I cannot say yes. I cannot give my all. I don't even know what I want. I'm still trying to figure out who I am here. And what if at the end of it, what if when I am done figuring out who I am, I don't feel the same way anymore, right? I can't make this vow. I can't make this promise because what if I change? And I'm feeling some trauma also, to be honest now. Like, you've been through these types of moments where you've given your all and you felt that you were going to be with this person forever. You felt that you were going to be a part of this group forever. And all of that has changed. And so now you're sort of in the same type of opportunity, just another situation, another circumstance. And this is coming up for you. And it's like, I don't want to go through that anymore. I don't want to get hurt anymore. I don't want the promises to be broken. People change, things change, life changes. I can't commit, right? Like, I cannot. And maybe that is the vow, right? That you're never going to do that again. That is the vow. I do feel that strongly. You're going to remain open. You're going to remain fluid. You're going to go with the flow of life. And whoever comes into your life, great. If whoever leaves your life, great, right? But no more attachment here. I am feeling the octopus coming with some trauma, though. All right. So let's see how this plays out in your reading. We're going to get a couple cards here for your general energy. What is coming through for the Aquarius group that I'm reading for today, please? Aquarius, October 2024. What is the energy for the Aquarius? Oh, try them backwards. Ooh, Two of Cups came out backwards, even though my deck is upright. It's interesting. So in your general energy, you are dealing with someone, okay? I do still feel that the majority of you are definitely looking at the relationship that you have with yourself, with what you stand for, with who you are internally at your core. There's a lot of, patience and understanding for yourself and a lot of compassion and self-love happening here. But in general, I do think that there is a relationship in focus, because this is your first card from the tarot and it is the Two of Cups. And you have the Six of Wands. You want this to work. You want this to be something that, that you can believe in, that you can trust. You want to show this off. You want to have fun with it and run with it and feel all the feelings and, make all the plans and do all the things. You want to, I don't know, you want to have fun and to be someone else's fun. I'm also getting that. Like, you want to show someone a good time here. And you're thinking of, and you're planning for things, or you're thinking about things that you want to buy them, or, as you get to know this person, you guys talk or whatever, and you, I don't know, I feel like somebody's love language here is material and time spent. So yeah, I mean, in your general energy, this is really good. There's a lot of connection. There's a lot of passion here with the Two of Cups, some emotions coming through as well. But I think these emotions are mixed with, the intensity of the connection between you and another person. But I do think that there is an element to you and this person being, on display. Like, people know, people see. This is not a secret. It's like you guys are is it one of a kind, two of a kind? I don't know, like the same. Okay. So I'm feeling that strongly. You have so much in common with this person and you feel really good about it. They may be a little funny and, quirky. And I think you are as well. There's some giddy feeling that I'm getting here, like the honeymoon phase, or like when you're just getting to know somebody and everything they say is funny. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, for your general energy, it's looking really good for the month of October. And again, there may be something that you're accomplishing here as well. There's accomplishment. I don't know if this is like a peak moment for you as it relates to, the things that you're working on for yourself, or a peak moment for you in this relationship, to where things are so good that, you're thinking about the vow, you're thinking about the commitment. What is in, and I know that this was supposed to be general energy, but the next two cards I'm getting are specifically for relationship, love and relationship. So whether you're single or in a committed relationship here. What else for the Aquarius? Ooh, yes, the Sun. A lot of blessing here. This is life force. This is light. And the Hermit, yeah. So, I mean, it's funny because, with the Six of Wands, this is popularity, okay? This is being seen. This is showing something off here. And maybe you feel good in your body with the Two of Cups. You feel good in your essence and your person that you don't mind, being out and socializing and things like that. But when what can I say? Like the specific thing with you going out or with you being social is that you want to show off your accomplishments in some way. So there's something that you have accomplished here. So you may be celebrating that. You may be talking to other people about it. You're wanting to show your value. You're wanting to show your expertise, what you have mastered. And a lot of people are seeing it. Okay. So yes, I mean, even though the Hermit is here in your love sector, in your relationship sector, you yourself are out there. And maybe because the Two of Cups is here, maybe it's like you are telling people that you're talking to somebody or that you're in a relationship. Okay. This is for you singles, of course. Whereas up until now, you have sort of kept your relationship a little hidden with the Hermit here. So it's this play, this back and forth of like, because the Sun is also popularity and being seen because it's shining light on something. So it's this play of, should I show this off? Should we go out in public? or should I not? Right here with the Hermit, should we stay in? Things like that throughout October. But the dynamic of your relationship here, there is definitely something being highlighted. And I think that what's being highlighted is what you have learned. You may be learning something from your partner. You may be learning something from the person that you are, dating or whatever. There's something about hanging out with them, having conversations with them, getting to know them, that's like a direct reflection of, how far you've come, what you've worked on. Because the Hermit is about going within, right? Like, and that's why it's like they're hermiting, right? They're going into solitude, they're going rogue, they're going inside, indoors, because they need to spend time with themselves to gain some wisdom, to learn, to reflect on, something, circumstance, a situation that just happened and what they've learned from it. So the Sun here is saying like this person, this relationship highlights the things that you've learned, highlights the parts of you that have changed, that are more wise and knowing and more experienced. For some of you, October is not really like looking to be a month of, how can I say, like your physical energy doesn't seem to be really high, especially when you're around this person. I do think that when you're around this person, maybe you get cozy, you get comfy, and you're not as dynamic and, as, what is it, like put together or something like that. Like maybe you don't really dress up around them and doll yourself up or something. But when you're alone and when you are out and about, obviously you do, right? So there's something about that, like you feeling really comfortable and really cozy when you're with your partner, which is a good thing. Let's look at your finances and career for October, please, for Aquarius. Page of Wands. I would also warn you guys that, because I know that with Aquarius, there is definitely that secretive side, right? Not secretive and mischievous, right? Which, I mean, you can be, but I'm just saying like the side that no one sees, the side that no one knows. And in your love relationship sector, there could be a moment this month where you are caught off guard and the person that you are interested in or something like that sees this side of you that you don't show anybody. Something happens where it's like the light is shown on, I don't know, like things that you just want to stay hidden, things that you want to keep to yourself, that things that you don't want anyone to know about. In your love and, in your money and career, you have the Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords. You want to start something new, but you're scared, okay? You have an idea, you have some type of like passion for a new project or a new way of making money. And so this is like ruminating in your head and you're like, this could work. And maybe you're doing a lot of research around it or, trying to get it started. But something here is blocking you in October. Not something, but your mind is literally blocking you. There's a lot of this mental fear and anxiety coming through as it relates to your career and finances this month. I don't think you feel very secure here because you have a page next to the Nine of Swords. And the Page of Wands, although it is good for creativity and lighting that fire under you, and on a Saturday morning you wake up, you have your coffee and you're like, oh, I want to do all of these things, and maybe this is the time where you feel really good about this new project and you've thought that maybe this can make you some extra money or something like that. But other than that, I think that there's something here that is happening that is making you feel really fearful, doubtful. I'm also getting some guilt here. I don't know if you feel guilty about like overspending. Maybe you've spent some money on some things that you're really excited about. Maybe you have just splurged a little bit and you're regretting that. And I would just say to be careful, because there could be a lot of moments this month where, you know, you want to get out there and you want to go out, be in the scene and do some things. But, you know, watching your finances and budgeting and not being so impulsive would help out. And maybe connecting with your partner more would help. If finances are in fact something that you're worried about, you know, just try your best to stay out of the scene. But yeah, there's definitely that push and pull though, you know, and that's what I was getting, like, even from the get-go of these two groups it was pulling me in different directions. So yeah, I mean, I just think, I mean, that happens sometimes, you know, sometimes we're in that energy and maybe our mind wants one thing and our heart and our physical energy wants another thing, right? Like just, or maybe there's a lot of people around you. They're all very important to you. And it's just like some people are like, hey, let's hang out. And, you know, hey, let's do this. And they're just not the same group. Maybe you want to spend time with your partner, but your family and your friends here have all these plans. And you're just like, well, I don't have the money to do any of it, really. Even if I wanted to, you know. So, yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting here. A lot of very mundane things happening, which is good as you work on these different parts of you. All right, let's get a 9-card spread, see what else is coming through for you. Go into more detail here. I feel like sometimes your partner tends to keep you in, keep you tied, keep you held, or like holding on to you as much as they can. So, you know, I mean, you just want to be careful with that if you have other obligations or you need to do some other things here. Yeah, for sure. King of Cups. I don't know if you can see that. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's not it depends on what else comes through with the King of Cups. But, you know, the King of Cups is a watery type of energy. They're super passionate, super intense. And when they feel protective of their person, like it could be clingy, you know. And this person is clingy because, oh, wow. This person's clingy because they do have some emotional, mental problems here that they're dealing with, okay, with the King of Cups. So usually the King of Cups, even though they have matured and they have mastered and, you know, healed as much as they can, it's sometimes it could be just a little too much, like too intense with them, like overwhelming sometimes. But a lot of the times it's because they fear losing their person. They fear losing themselves, because if they lose their person, they lose themselves. And when they lose themselves, they go back to their addictions, or they go back to the trauma that were the core of their, I want to say abuse. I don't even know who I'm picking up on, but the core of their abuse or the core of their addictions, or, you know, whatever it is that has happened to them, some negative experience, right? So it's like this type of person, when they have a partner, they put all of themselves into the relationship, or all of themselves into the partner, because it helps them cope. It helps them not go backwards. They have something to live for. They have something to do, basically. So this is male or female. And then you also have the Queen of Swords. This is definitely you here as an air energy. The Queen of Swords is not like that. The Queen of Swords is very much more detached, you know, not held down. But I do think that they can also be possessive in their own way as well when they are really, really feeling somebody. You also have the Ten of Pentacles. So, I mean, whatever, water and air, you're just made from completely different elements, right? Like, but somehow, some way this is working, okay? Because you have the Ten of Pentacles. So the beginning of October, you and your relationship are of focus. And it is about money. It is about tangible items. It's about material. It's about your home, you know, your job, your livelihood. So somehow, some way, the both of you may be talking about these things. And both of you are coming from a different perspective. You know, maybe one person is coming from a more emotional, secure perspective, and the other person is coming from a more logical, practical perspective. But either way, I feel like it's a win-win. There's a win-win here. So regardless of the motive or regardless of the reasoning behind the both of you coming together to create more money, to build a life, to build, you know, better finances or something like that, regardless of the reason why, it still works out. Whatever idea this is that you guys have about your finances, it's this thing of like, well, I mean, it helps you, it helps them, so why not, right? But at the same time, there is this Nine of Swords here where there is some hesitation and there is some doubt. And it could be because of the trauma and the past experiences that you have had when you do commit to somebody and it doesn't work out, right? And that's super hard. I understand that, you know, but you got to just remember that not every relationship is the same and not every person is the same. And you also have to accept the fact that life is about change. Nothing stays the same. If you find a person that you fall in love with and you be with them forever, you know, great, awesome. That happens. So that happens with a lot of people, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful thing. And then sometimes there are the relationships that just don't work out. And that is also okay as well. But to be realistic and be accepting of change is what will help you really dive in to try this thing out, you know. It's the fear and the what ifs that prevent us from really trying in a relationship, right? Because once we go through that heartbreak and we have several relationships that don't work, every other person after that, it just gets harder and harder for us to put all of ourselves into it and to really fall in love and to really take the risk. And I get that, you know, but again, going back to not every person's the same, not every relationship is the same. You can go through 50 relationships and they all fell. And, you know, the 51st relationship is the one that lasts forever, right? So something to think about there. But this one seems to have a lot of stability. I just caution the King of Cups, whether this is you or the other person, whether it's male or female, because they do have a history and they try their best every single day to not go backwards. All right. So as long as they have something to live for, to work for, to protect, to love, it's like they have to have purpose. When they feel that they don't have purpose is when they go backwards. Yeah, the Two of Cups again. Yeah, this is definitely, I'm reading for somebody who is definitely thinking about this relationship, who, you know, your partnership is the focal point of this month. You also have the King of Swords here. This is another person. if this is not another person, then your person, it's like something is happening where they need to turn into a King of Swords. Going from a King of Cups to a King of Swords. Maybe you guys are talking about, you know, their emotions, that how their emotions need to be in check or worked on or something like that. Maybe this person's too emotional. I'm not there. I'm not ready. So you also have the High Priestess. What is this? In the middle of October. There's another energy coming through here with the King of Swords, male or female. There may be a moment during this month where the two of you are just not vibing, not seeing eye to eye. And it's like connecting with yourself to identify why. Like, is this a part of your trauma to where you are in survival mode and you are thinking that, you know, it's really your intuition, but it's in fact just your past experience coming and bubbling up to the forefront, right? Which is causing you to think a certain way or to, I don't know, maybe suspect your person of something, or is this your true intuition telling you that something is off? And I'm so sorry to bring that up because I know that can drive us crazy, but the High Priestess is coming up to tell you to connect with yourself and know the truth and find the truth here. King of Swords is about the truth. The King of Swords is going to, and the Queen of Swords, but more so the King of Swords has mastered how to cut through the bullshit, how to cut through the superficial and the on the surface type of talk, type of behavior, and to really get to the core of something, which we were talking about with the octopus here, you know, trying to get to the core of the person and who you're dealing with, whether that's you or someone else. So somebody here is doing that. Somebody here is trying to figure someone out. Somebody here is trying to really get to the core of this relationship. And maybe the both of you are doing that actually. But you can get so caught up in the mind, okay, that it distorts the truth. So you just want to be careful when you find yourself just overanalyzing, being a little bit overly defensive, or, you know, trying to find meaning behind every little word or every little action. It can really distort the truth. So High Priestess is like, stop, take a second, and go within and connect to yourself, connect to source. And what do you really feel? What is your gut telling you? Get out of your head. What do you feel? How does it feel to you? What else for Aquarius? Could be a lot of communication this month as well. Seven of Pentacles. At the end of the month, you are reevaluating your situation. So here's this pros and cons list. Here's the should I or shouldn't I. Ten of Swords. Okay. The end of the month, somebody wants a phase to be over. Knight of Pentacles. Something has been a long time coming. What's happening here? You need to just get away. You need to get away for a bit I'm so sorry. You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want. But, yeah. It's like so much for nothing. And I'm so sorry. Okay. So I don't know who this is for. And if this is not, you're not resonating with it, it's okay. There's no problem with that. But this is definitely for somebody. And this is the energy I'm getting. There is just so much unnecessary things going on in this month for the Aquarius that I'm picking up on today. A lot of this is very unnecessary. There's so much like back and forth, wishy-washy. Like, I don't know what. I can't just like pinpoint it, right? Like, and even the Seven of Pentacles is coming in and just like, at the end of the month, it's like putting everything on the table. And it's like, you have all of this stuff on the table and you don't even know what you want. At the end of the day, I think a lot of this is stemming from the fact that you're just sort of going with the motions or going with the flow here, which sometimes that's okay. But if there's work to do internally to really find out what you stand for, who you are, what you want in life, and you don't have direction and you don't have this grounded sense of, like stable direction and conviction of your life and where you're at in life at this time and what you want, then of course it's going to be just this wishy-washy back and forth. I don't know what I want. I don't know what to do type of thing. And a lot of this, like, I don't know. I'm so sorry, Aquarius. It's like you can be out and about and look great and feel great and accomplished, and this is what you're working on and this is what you've done, and all that's awesome. But at home, it's different. And then on top of that, you're worried and you have all this fear, hesitation, and stress and anxiety. You're dealing with a person who is emotionally possessive. And it's almost as though you're going numb. You're feeling numb about it. And it's just like, oh, you're letting it happen. This other person that's coming through may help you snap out of something for a little bit, or may say something that is sort of the truth here, which could affect your relationship with them. I don't know. I don't feel that the people in your life right now have your best interest at heart. I feel that somebody can say some things and it'll influence you in different ways. And then you'll start to get all confused and stuff. Then you'll want to end the thing because your survival skills or your survival mechanisms start to come up, and it's just like, done. I'm done. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to get hurt again, But really, it's you needing to take a step back and really connect with yourself and look at yourself and have a conversation with yourself. It's like, what are you doing? What are you sabotaging here? What are you burning to the ground, and why? Because you definitely want to be done with something. And I do think that at the end of the month, you're finding justification and validation why you should end something. So with the Seven of Pentacles, you're reevaluating your situation. And it's one of those moments where maybe you're talking to your friends or something like that, and everything you're saying is a reason for you to end this relationship with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, and at the end of the day, it looks as though something is over. And it could be this phase even that's over, right? And it's like, okay, what I have is my money. What I have is my job. What I have are my things. And that's unwavering. And that's what I can stand on. And at least I have that. But everything else that's happening throughout the month is it just does not have direction. Okay. So I'm so sorry. I hope that you take something away from today's reading and really reevaluate your situation and have a talk with yourself here of like what it is that you're really doing. Because there is room here for a lot to happen, a lot of positivity, right? Because you have a connection, you have the Two of Cups twice here. There could be connection if things come up, it's all in how you approach it. It's all in how you communicate with your person. And if you have doubts about them and you suspect them of something, you know, have a talk and put your cards on the table and be like, hey, I'm acting this way because I came from this type of relationship or from that experience. And this feels and seems similar to me. I don't know if that's the case or not, right? But at least you can explain and be open about why you're acting how you're acting and see what they say, see what they bring to the table, see how they can help. And if they can't, then that's also an indicator of like, okay, well, maybe they are a little manipulating, right? But it's all in how you approach things. It's all in how you communicate. Try your best not to be passive aggressive. Try your best not to, be leading, right? Just be upfront, be direct if you need to have a conversation. Because in the least, the Two of Cups is about having a conversation that is very necessary to have with someone. And I do think that some of you feel like you are at spiritual war, or if there's like a spiritual attack on you as well. If you are feeling that, do something about it. Okay, don't just think about it. Don't just talk about it. As soon as that thought comes to your head, go cleanse, go do something, because the longer you let that fester, the worse things get. Just a lot of cleansing, a lot of clearing the mind, clearing the heart, clearing the soul, only having room for the things that allow you to be clean and clear internally and externally. Enough with the drama and all the things that are coming up. And I do think that, again, there's a lot of people as well involved here, which also makes things messy. So just try to, stay as clean as you can. Spiritually, energetically, I mean. All right. If you need a personal reading, you're interested in that. My readings are very similar to this. We do take about 30 minutes, sometimes more, just to uncover, whatever it is that you are going through. My email is in the description of this video. You could just email me and we'll set something up. But if you got something out of it, please like the video, press the little thumbs up button. I would really, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you there. I wish you the best month of October. Thank you so much for your time and energy. Hope everything works out, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.